Hello! So today I'm going to be making another one of December's soaps, and I have my oils and butters mixed with the lye water solution, and I've split some off into this bowl, and this is going to be the ground. And because I've worked with spearmint essential oil before, I know that it can makes your batter kind of loose. So I'm gonna get this colored up, and then I'm probably gonna have to blend it a little bit more so that it will firm up enough to make the ground, rather than wait for a long time while my other portion gets too thick to do for the sky. I just thought I would do it this way, so that way it would make it all go easier. So that was some spirulina mixed with some of the measured olive oil. And I don't want it much greener than this. This is pretty much perfect because it's, you know, a soap about the change of the seasons into winter, and generally the ground is not too green anymore. So that looks good there. And then I add a little portion of the essential oil. And then I'll pour the rest in the big bowl I have back here for the snow in the sky. And it smells so good. Spearmint is another really refreshing smell for soap, especially for winter soap. So now I'm going to go blend this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see I've got it a lot thicker right now, and the color green shifted just a little bit. So now let's get in the mold. Okay. Now, I've got the other pieces that you saw me make in the beginning of this. The tree, and also the cabin. This is a remake of one of my most popular holiday soaps from last year. So I will link that video in the description so that you can see last year's and see how it's a bit different. Okay, just making sure it will hold, and it will definitely hold. So actually, probably should put the cabin in first, so that way I know where to put the tree. You always want to wrap your inner pieces in plastic wrap. Anything that you've molded like this or extruded ahead of time, so that it stays soft. You want it as soft as possible for you to all cut nice and evenly. And then just try to push them together and line them up as best you can. It's okay that it sinks into the green ground a little bit, because then it'll make it look like it's still in like a grassy field or a hill. Okay. And now we'll put in the tree. Okay. So now, move this down. Next will be to add some of this white before I start coloring it into the sky color, I need it to be okay to pour just a little bit of it off for some snow. And because I put the essential oil in this part of it too, that spearmint's going to keep it nice and fluid, which is a good thing for what I need to do next. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so then now I'll start coloring the background for the sky. And because snow always happens on a day where it is cloudy, I am going to use activated charcoal, but not a whole lot, just a bit to make it a nice gray. So that I've mixed this with olive oil, but I mixed it really thick, so it would be easier to kind of portion out how much I'd like. Okay, let's start with that and see where that goes. So, next is this that I made. This is also pretty fresh soap. This is from the end piece of one of December's other soaps, because when you want to make like confetti, in my experience, it's best to use a fresher, softer soap. You don't want it like too squishy like soap dough, but you also don't want it like old soap pieces that are hard as a rock, because those just don't make good confetti soaps. Once you cut them, they cut all lumpy and kind of crazy, so it's better to have it like this. So I had cut that soap, and it's been a good about 3 or 4 days since, and I took that piece and just grated it on a box cheese grater, and then I covered it up with plastic to keep it moist. Now we're going to add all the shreds in. First Snow by Mary Oliver. The snow began here this morning and all day continued its white rhetoric everywhere, calling us back to why, how, whence such beauty, and what that meaning, such an oracular fever, flowing past windows, an energy it seemed would never ebb, never settle, less than lovely, and only now, deep into night, it has finally ended. The silence is immense, and the heavens still hold a million candles. Nowhere the familiar things, stars, the moon, the darkness we expect and nightly turn from. Trees flitter like castles of ribbons. The broad fields smolder with light. A passing creek bed lies heaped with shining hills. And though the questions that have assailed us all day remain, not a single answer has been found. Walking out now into the silence, in the light under the trees, and through the fields, feels like one. So thank you so much for watching, as always. And if you like this video, please check out all the other ones for December. I have 2 other soaps and a couple of holiday gift sets to be watching for. And this one, and the rest of them will all be in the shop update and plenty of time to buy for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate on the next shop update, which will be on the full moon on December 7th. Shop links are listed below. Take care.